When you think about what makes a country run, you probably think of laws or an economy or infrastructure. But what if I told you that for one nation, a huge leap forward came down to something as basic as a map? Not just any map, but a single map that everyone could finally agree on. For the longest time, Bhutan didn't have that, and the consequences were, well, pretty staggering. Let's get into it.
So, just picture this for a second. You're trying to build a nation, but your government agencies are all, quite literally, on different pages. I mean, they're working from different maps. The Ministry of Agriculture has one idea of where a forest is, and the Ministry of Works has a totally different plan for a road right through it. You can see how this would be a huge problem, right? This wasn't just a simple mix-up, it was a systemic issue causing some serious friction and holding back national projects.
And when I say serious friction, I mean seriously expensive. We're talking 2 billion Nogultrum. That's the bill for relocating just one industrial park because the original data, the original map, was wrong. That number, all on its own, just hammers home how high the stakes really were. Okay, so that brings us to our first section here. We're calling it a very costly problem because, well, it was. This was way more than just lines on a map not matching up. We're talking about real-world, expensive disasters that hit communities and drain the national budget. That Jigmeling Industrial Park is the big, flashy example, but believe me, it wasn't a one-off. In another case, a school and a bunch of homes had to be taken down, just dismantled, to make way for a mine to expand. And why? It all came down to the geospatial data, the where of everything, being completely siloed. Each agency had its own little data kingdom and its own format, and the result was just chaos, constant arguments, stalled projects, and a system that was incredibly inefficient. And this slide really lays it all out, doesn't it? The before picture is just messy, data all over the place, inconsistent, causing fights and costing a fortune. The after picture, the new way, is all about getting organized. You've got one central platform, one standard for maps. It's a total shift from conflict to collaboration and from just guessing to actually making informed decisions.
So that leads us right to the solution, the hero of this story, really. Let's talk about the National Spatial Data Infrastructure, or what everyone calls the NSDI. This is Bhutan's big answer to all that chaos. The mission? To create one single, reliable source of truth for all of the country's location data.
So what is the NSDI? Well, in the simplest terms, it's a central online hub. You can kind of think of it like a super-powered Google Maps, but built specifically for running a country. It's designed to give everyone, from government planners to researchers to the public, access to the same accurate, standardized information. The whole point is to make smarter decisions and grow the country sustainably.
Now, something this big, this transformative, doesn't just appear overnight. It was a huge collaborative effort. Bhutan's National Land Commission Secretariat took the lead, but they had a crucial partner in the Japan International Cooperation Agency, or JICA, which provided a ton of technical help. The whole thing actually grew out of an earlier project to map southern Bhutan in detail, mostly to support things like farming and building new infrastructure.
Okay, so we know what it is, but how does this thing actually work? Let's get into the nuts and bolts a bit. How does the NSDI take all this complex technical data and turn it into something that people can actually use to make decisions? The beauty of it is its simplicity. The user journey is super straightforward. First, you just explore the data. You can search for what you need by keyword or category, just like you would on any website. Step 2, and this is so important, is you read the metadata. That tells you the story behind the data, where it came from, how accurate it is, what it was meant for. Then, finally, you can preview the maps right there on the platform before you even download them. It's all about making sure you're working with the right stuff. And right out of the gate, this platform was loaded. We're talking 85 different datasets available from day one. But look at this breakdown. The vast majority of it, 42 datasets, are completely open to the public. Another 37 are shared across government agencies. That means only a tiny fraction is restricted. This commitment to openness is a total game changer. It builds trust. And that mountain of data isn't coming from just one source. That's the other key part. This is a true team effort. You have 12 different agencies, all feeding their information into this one central pool. This is how you break down those silos we talked about. It's not about one department owning the map anymore. It's about everyone building it together, creating this incredible shared resource for the whole country. So all of this, it really points to a whole new era for Bhutan.
We're seeing how one single tech platform can become the foundation for a nation's future. And we're going way beyond just making better maps now. This is about building a better country. And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. Bhutan's own prime minister called the launch a milestone. He said it will speed up development. When you have the leader of the country saying this is a critical tool for progress, you know its impact is going to be massive. And this is exactly why it matters so much. The NSDI isn't just some cool tech project sitting on a shelf. It's directly plugged into Bhutan's biggest national goals. It's a key part of the 10X economic roadmap. It's helping them manage their precious farmland, make road maintenance more efficient, and get better at responding to natural disasters. It's even a core tool in building the incredible vision for the Galafu Mindfulness City. The director of the National Land Commission's Secretariat, Samton Dendup, really hit the nail on the head. He pointed out its value on two fronts. For the government, it's an amazing tool for making policy. But, and this is huge, he also pointed out the commercial benefits, because when businesses can trust the data about land, it opens the door for investment and growth. So we end on this thought. By tackling that fundamental problem, the scattered, unreliable information, Bhutan has unlocked so much potential. They've built a digital foundation of trust, accuracy, and collaboration. The conversation is no longer about fixing old, costly mistakes. Now it's about dreaming up what comes next. So the real question is, when a nation finally has a single source of truth for its land, what